last night, glassing out here into this basin, and over here did not turn up any elk. So I think these bulls moved over into some more timbered north-facing stuff. So we got pack loaded up, camp's all in there. We're gonna move about 3 miles. Hoping to get to our next camp spot here in a couple hours and get everything set up. We'll give that tonight and tomorrow morning and see what we see, and if nothing, we'll just keep going until we find them. So we made it to our next camp. On the way in, we cut quite a few elk tracks, bulls and cows. We got a lot of glassable country from up here, which is what I want. It's early and hot. I don't think the bulls are going to be bugling anytime soon. We just got our camp set up. Got a nice little spot in the shade. Tons of glassable country over here, and then a bunch more on this side too. So we're gonna eat some lunch, drink some water, and then I'm gonna poke my head up to this glassing knob up here, see what it looks like. Like I said, it's really hot, so I don't imagine too much going on midday. So we just spotted a bull, a big bull, down on the bottom of this drainage. They're in the very bottom and some thick stuff. It's a big herd. It looks like a ton of cows. We got the wind blowing perfect right in our face, so I'm gonna try to make a play. There's no way I can sneak in on them with how thick the brush is they're in. So I think I'm gonna try to get within 100, 200 yards and rip a bugle and hope that he gets territorial over all these cows. So we just gotta rip right down there to the bottom. Well, that was close. There was just one little wall of brush between him and I, and we were just screaming back and forth at each other. He was raking, doing his thing. I couldn't move. I was pinned down. The cows were all around. It didn't really spook hard, so I kind of followed him for a bit, and I got within range of his cows. I was 67, but yeah, he just never gave me a shot. And I'm just gonna keep an eye on these guys and watch where they go. I'm gonna let them rest for the night, and then hopefully I could pick them up in the morning, get them bedded, and make a better play than that one I just had. I'm hoping once I go to bed tomorrow, I'll get the wind right and sneak down on them from above. I got on that really big bull yesterday and just couldn't make it happen. I was planning on going after him again today. Last night they took off and went up and over into another basin over towards where I shot my bull last year. So I'm gonna glass around this morning, see if I could find another bull. I think we'll pack out of here and head back around and then go to the glassing point where I shot my bull last year, and that's where these ones went. So yeah, we'll change it up and head there and see if we can't find something there. I spent the majority of the morning glassing that basin. That I had hunted that bull in the day before. Did not see what I was hoping to see, so I ended up packing out, going back to base camp. Jared showed up to camp. We met up, regrouped, and headed to where I killed my bull in 2024. All right, so we just spotted a big bull over across the drainage. Jared showed up today. We're going to drop down in this basin and try to get up to them. I think they're going to feed out in this meadow, so we're going to get over there. Climb up. About 600-700 feet more to go. We're making good headway. The wind's going to be pretty good for us, I think. These thermals are coming up. Trying to make a smart setup on these guys. Get the wind in our favor, and hopefully we get one killed. Hello, barbecue mac and cheese with a thing of ramen and a thing of beef broth.
May not be able to cook in the firehouse, but he does pretty well out here. So, see what we got going on for the night. Little Shangri-La here. There it is.
Good morning. We're about to start hiking up the trail, get to the base of this mountain where these bulls were at yesterday, and see if we can't relocate them. When we left those elk and headed to camp, they were fired up and bugling. But that night, we had heard some wolves howling up the drainage, and it seemed like the next morning, those elk had completely shut up. We glassed up a couple of the bulls, but nothing was talking. We tried to make a stalk on them, and it ended up not working out. We packed up our spike camp, moved our base camp, and headed to a new area, trying to cover ground, finding new elk that were willing to play the game. Alright, so we got a bull ripping up here last night around 10 o'clock. So we camped about 2 miles down the road. Had a pretty good weather storm come in last night. Looks like we're going to get hit again today. So we're going to start hiking and try to relocate this bull and make a play on him before this rain gets here. He's a long ways away. That bull covered over 800 yards in less than 5 minutes. As soon as we started hiking up, he was in our lap. We were forced to set up in the bottom of this draw with not many shooting lanes. He did come through a shooting lane for me though, and as you saw, I missed him twice. I couldn't figure out what was going on as I was hitting far right into that tree. It wasn't until afterwards I looked down at my bow and realized my sight was broken and my stabilizer had come loose. I ended up driving all the way back to Boise that afternoon, buying a new sight, coming back up to camp, getting it dialed in, and that's when Dylan showed up. I made sure my bow was dialed, and we headed to a new drainage, hoping for a change of luck.
So we came up on the ridge line to try to glass another area. Turned out that we spotted a couple bulls on the other side of the ridge. Got a couple hours of light left, so I tried to make a last minute play on them. Unfortunately, bumped into a couple of hunters that were quite interested as well, so kind of popped our way into this area, make up a way up a ridge line, and then see if we can't get on top of them. Just get geared up here real quick, and we'll see what happens. What do you got, buddy?
Just a big old 6 point.
Big old 6 point.
Just as we thought our luck was about to change, another hunter approached these elk. He came from straight below with his wind blowing right to them. The elk winded him and blew out about 2 miles. I figured everything was over. We hiked out, but that night I realized I had forgotten my spotting scope up there. We decided to go back in the following morning, more so to get my spotting scope than anything. I figured those elk would be long gone. Lo and behold, they were in the same exact spot they were the night before. Not knowing this, we approached them too fast and spooked them yet again. They held up in some north-facing timber about a mile away. Dylan and I left Jared behind on the hill and tried to move in to get as close as we could, hoping that this bull would give us just one more opportunity and we could capitalize on it. look. So I just went, and he kind of spooked. I heard just he's a stud. There's a stud.